And I came on this podcast last week and I said, there is no sentiment in top level football. It doesn't exist. It's a ruthless, dirty game at the top, right? And I said, Lionel Messi, he cannot stay at Barcelona. Can't stay there another season because he's not going to win nothing. He can't extend his contract because he's going to cost too much and offer too little. And he probably has too much power at that club. Well, lo and behold, I know Leo watches us. Obviously, he has a translator that translates everything for him. 48 hours later, he's on his way out the door. Now, the person that broke the transfer is the same person. I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name right. Marcelo, I think it's Bechler. He basically was the first person to announce Neymar to PSG. He announced, again, Messi wanted to leave. And he's also come out now and said that Messi wants to go to Manchester City. So I think we can effectively rule out most other clubs. Maybe PSG could come in and nick him, but it's looking like Man City. So that Man City and Messi sort of Guardiola reunion, do you think that's the right move for him, lads? How do you think that will go?
I you know what? First of all, I mean, I think, James, like you've said to me before, if any club gets the opportunity to sign Lionel Messi, they're not turning him down. You know, even if you've got De Bruyne in your team and that's the only place Messi can play, then you drop De Bruyne because Messi is better. You know, even if you're privileged enough to have those players, then you have to get Messi. It's a no-brainer. If we're talking financials, well, the guy purportedly brings in $1.5 million a week in shirt sales. So wages aren't a problem. If it's a free transfer, then again, no-brainer. So he's ticking all those boxes. Is he the master of the dark arts, though? I mean, he looks to be forcing this move through, threatening to activate this reported clause that makes him a free transfer. And there's rumours that the president's going to step down, which is what he wants. All that aside, is it going to happen? Is it not? I can't see it happening just because it would be, you know, one of those generational signings that we just don't see. And we've already seen one with Ronaldo. So I couldn't see Messi leaving myself, which is a wrong decision from my point of view. But he loves his, his team, Barcelona, which is nice to see. Now, with regards to, Manchester City, which is the only place I could see him going, I think you could build a strong case for this. You know, he played arguably the best football of his career under Pep Guardiola. Likes that system. He'll have players behind him that can provide him the chances to be the main man, rather than having to drop deep to get the ball and create chances for those around him, like he's had to do over the last few years. And which he's been world class at, by the way, but he's just had to really frustrated figure while doing it. There's the Aguero connection. You know, Aguero is godfather to his children, married to Maradona's daughter. So there's the Maradona connection, and Messi is really fond of Maradona. So I think all this, this is very much stars aligning for Messi to make that move. But it would be a bit strange to see Messi transfer to Man City and go to essentially an empty stadium every week. You'd have to imagine more fans would turn up to see Messi, but it's besides the point. I think it would be a good move for his career, because the only bad move really is staying at Barcelona. But I can't see it happening.
Well, looking at this news, sorry to cut you off there, Becky, on Twitter. This is actually news. This has just come up on my Twitter feed now.
Yeah.
Marcelo Bechler has come out and said Lionel Messi is not showing up today for pre-season for coronavirus testing and pre-season testing. Basically, the reason for that is Lionel Messi no longer considers himself a Barcelona player and has decided to unilaterally break his contract with the club. So that's from the guy that broke the Neymar transfer news.
Very exciting, very exciting. I'd love to see him in the Premier League.
So the first thing I'll say, I tweeted last night something along the lines of, it's laughable, I don't know if you saw it, listening to fans of other clubs trying to justify why Messi wouldn't fit into their team. I was listening to TalkSport last night, and it was a Liverpool fan saying that he just doesn't work hard enough for Klopp's system. Would we be dropping for Messi? And I nearly crashed my car because I just can't understand it. You got United fans saying, "Oh, but does he get in ahead of Bruno? Will he disrupt?" Shut up! Just shut up! Like, the man is arguably, depending on on what side you're on, but let's not get into that debate. He's one of the all-time greatest to ever kick the football. and he scored 25 goals last season and 21 assists in like 40-something appearances. There's people saying, oh, Father Time's catching up with him. He's dipping off slightly. Yeah, all right, he might be dipping off from his alien numbers. Him and Ronaldo still belong in a different galaxy to other people on this planet when they want. So he gets in any team, anywhere in the world, whenever he wants. Messi does. And whether you have Aguero, Sterling, Messi in like a front three with De Bruyne playing behind, I can't even imagine what that would be like. Secondly, there's like Reece touched upon with his fee. There's politics in this, right? So Barcelona have sacked their legal team because they believe that their legal team was also the one that instructed Messi to send that fax over to Barcelona about his contract clause. What I've heard as well is that the situation with Messi's contract is that I think it's as of June the 8th or June the 10th this year is when his free transfer clause ended. But the case that's being taken to arbitration is that because of the coronavirus, that his clause should be sort of elongated and made certainly extended further on, which would mean that the free transfer can still go on. I think that's massive whether they win or lose that, because if they do win that, then obviously their option for him to go for free makes this transfer extremely doable. If they lose that and they invoke that, I think it's 600 or 700 million euro fee, then that massively complicates this deal hugely, because in this financial climate, somebody's going to have to come in and help with some sort of financial package to make that happen. The other option they're talking about is maybe they can meet somewhere in the middle, where the fee, the rest down, it's still like 200-300 million. So City seem to be the only team that looks like there's some substance in him actually going there. They spoke of PSG and Man United. I can't see any of that happening.